You are listening to episode 92 of the Peaceful Mind Podcast. Welcome to the Peaceful Mind Podcast, a place for creating the peace of mind you need to be the best mom you are created by God to be. If you want to bring more balance, more joy, and more peace to your motherhood, this is the place for you. I'm your host, certified life coach and Catholic mom, Danielle Tino. In the name of the Father, of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, let's get started. Welcome back, friends. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for joining me today. And this topic is something that I've been wanting to do a podcast on for so long. It comes up all the time with the moms and the clients that I coach. And today we are going to dive in. We're going to have more peace around money. Yes, that's what I said. But before we do that, I wanted to just say, have you signed up yet for a free peace strategy call with me? And if not, why not? What is keeping you from taking this step? It is going to have you leading your life with a different perspective. Anyone who has showed up for this call cannot help but leave with some like golden nugget that they were just not seeing in their life and helps them to move, get moving, and have more peace of mind around what's going on in your life right now. Now is the time. Imagine that you end this school year, if you're children of that age, and you plan and have the most balanced, enjoyable, peaceful summer that you have ever had. And imagine even more so coming back from the summer when school starts and all the hecticness of the fall season, that you have already have clarity and reached goals and built the skill sets that will keep you remaining in that peace and balance. This is why you don't want to wait. Okay, now let's get into today's episode. We want to have more peace around money. And I want to start with posing a question to you. You know how I love questions. This is what will direct you to start thinking and just see what thoughts come up for you when I ask you, what do you believe about money? Just think about your answer. Do you feel that money is abundant? Do you feel that it's easy for you? Do you feel like it's fun? Are you thinking things like, I love money? Or does your answer sound more like this? Money's hard. You have to work hard for it. I never have enough. Only greedy people have money. Or money is important. I just want to be of service. I'll never be able to have a lot of money. I never have had a lot of money. How you answered this initial question is everything. That's going to be the main theme for today, is how you think about money will create your experience of being in abundance of it, or being in abundance of it, or being in lack, in scarcity. Because the way you think about money is what will determine how much you have. It's that important. Like everything that I speak about on this podcast, what's going on internally with you dictates what it is, what's going on in your external world. So it will make more sense to you when you think about how much money you have is directly connected and come from how you have thought about money up into this point. This is what has you creating what you have right now. So the number one thing I want to start off saying for you to have more peace about money is, can you separate what is truly the math of your life? How much money you have in your accounts, how much money you get paid in a paycheck, how much you have saved, how much is in this account, how much is owed on credit cards, how much are you in debt to, and literally have the list of facts there even if it's like how much your current bills are every month. That is just the math of money. This is the situation that you currently face. It's the circumstance. Where I come in to help you have more peace about it is to understand that beyond that reality, that circumstance of that number, that math, that fact of how many dollars you have or don't have, there is the part that is keeping you from feeling peace about your money. And that is the drama, all of the thoughts that feel terrible when you choose to think about your current situation with money. So we say there's math versus drama. And when you can get clear on what the actual math is about your money situation, and you can separate it out from all the thoughts you have about it, which could be, again, like I had mentioned before, there's never enough. I'm always behind. I have to work so hard to make it. I don't know where it's going to come from. I'm always getting hit with surprises and I'm never going to get ahead. Maybe I said that one already, but still all of those thoughts are the drama about it. And a lot of times when I talk to my clients about it, I'll ask them what the facts are. And as they really go through the facts and they actually can write them down and see them, they notice like, oh, like I have more than I thought I did. Or they weren't even looking at the gratefulness of the money that they had and how it was working for them and how they were putting it to use and liking the things that they were choosing to buy with it. They just weren't looking at the facts. They let their brain run wild with all of the drama about it. And I want you to know it's not a problem to have drama. I just want you to be aware of when you are in it. And really what that is just a group of thoughts. That's what drama is. So we want to know the difference between what is actually happening in our money life situation and just discern what the facts currently are and what all of the thoughts we are having about it. Okay, number 2, in order for you to have more peace around money is for you to ask the question in your life, where has it all worked out before? I like to call this the past parachute solution. And what that means is that when we are not feeling peace around our money situation, when we're worrying about something, we just have like a lot of lack and scarcity around it, we want to dive into our past and see where did we also kind of go into the drama, but it all worked out. Or you were even wrong. And everything worked out. You found the way, the money came, you put your mind to it, figuring out what you could do next. And it was all fine. I call it the past parachutes because of what I like to talk to my clients about when they're scared or fearful about, going ahead and doing something. And in this case, it would be maybe like paying for something. And you had some hesitations or some fear, or it feels too big or risky, or it's your brain is telling you that it's a lot of money or too much, or you can't afford it. Sometimes I want you to look back. When did you have those feelings? And it's kind of like you're standing at the end of a cliff, and you want to make sure you feel good about your money situation before you jump off into whatever it is that you are wanting to buy. But what I'm saying is sometimes we have to just jump, and then the parachute, it comes. And I'm a faith-filled mom, and when I look at this in a faith-based way, I see that parachute is as God providing. Where has He always provided for you? Where is when you jump off, that parachute opened and He took care of you? The one example I want to share is I remember sending my girls to a private school, and it was very expensive. It was a lot more than where we were sending them before. And I just was really, really did not have peace about how much it was going to cost. But yet there was so many things about it that I did have peace. And I did have this yearning and desire, and it checked off all these boxes that I was looking for, that I wanted for my child's development and education. And this is where I can look back and think, I did it. I went in with faith. I jumped off the cliff and said yes and went for it, and investing and not knowing okay, would we be able to cover it? Was the drama, what if something else happened and we couldn't go there and we'd have to take them out, or we couldn't just afford the payment. So that's just a list of some of the drama I had. But there is that parachute that I believe is God, and He came through and provided for us, and every year after. And it's where life works out, even when you have some doubt or scarcity around your money. Where has that happened for you? Just like I gave you the one example with the school for my girls. Where can you go back in your life? Was it when you went off to college? Was it taking a different job that was less money? Was it deciding to stay home to raise your kids and be a stay-at-home mom? Was it deciding to invest, to start a business? And where has it all already worked out? That you've always had a home, you've always had food, the help came through. That is one way where you can gain peace around your money today, is to know that today is no different than back then. And I just want to point out, especially for my listeners who believe, that God has already told us. It says, I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat or drink, or about your body, what you will wear. Is not life more than food, and the body more than clothing? Look at the birds in the sky. They do not sow or reap. They gather nothing into the barns. Yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are not you more important than they? This is from Matthew in the Bible. And so I like to recall that. Are you not more important than they? And it's like each day the birds are taken care of. So how have you already been taken care of? And that you can bring that to mind on a daily basis to bring you more peace around money. Okay, the third and final point that I wanted to bring on this podcast to help you have more peace around money is that what you focus on grows. So if here we are focusing on perhaps wanting more money or just feeling better about the money that you do have, then my question to you is, where is your focus? Are you asking your brain, how can I have more? How can I get more? How can I grow as a steward in the money that I do have? This is where we want to focus on abundance, going after what we want more of, and not focusing on what we don't have. So the analogy that I give my clients is talking about how, imagine that there's this patch of grass and you are standing over it with a hose. The hose is pouring out water because you are directing the hose over this patch of grass. It is growing and it's lush and it's very high and thick and there's lots of it. And then over here, there is this patch of grass that none of the water, the hose is not directed there, so there is no water going on it, and it is sparse and dry. Just there's hardly any grass. It's mostly dirt. And so it's because where you're focusing all of that water on is growing, and where you're not focusing on, it is drying up. So this is where to get more peace around your money, where do you want to focus? On not having it, the lack part, or do you want to Do you want to move the hose and start growing how you feel better about your money situation? Because when you feel like, focus on thoughts about money that bring you peace when you think about it. Focus on where you have it. Focus on how you would feel once you've arrived at the situation where you think is ideal when it comes to money. And go ahead and think and feel and act that way now, or tap in to that wealthy or abundant or just proud, accomplished. Tap into feeling that way now. Don't delay until your circumstances show you. Actually feeling that way will help you be more in a place to attract and be open and figure things out for yourself. Focusing on figuring it out in a way that feels good. This is how you just get more peace around money. It is such a high energy subject, and it doesn't have to be a struggle for you anymore. Our thoughts create our feelings. Money is literally a neutral circumstance, and you get to choose what you want to think about it. And if you're someone who wants to have less drama, more focus, more peace around your money, then follow the 3 things that I laid out today. I'll just summarize them before I end here. First, just notice in your money situation, what is the math versus the drama? And get clear on what the actual math currently is, or what you want it to be. What are those numbers? Know them. Because when you separate them, then you get to see that the drama is optional and that you could choose other thoughts to think about the situation you're in or what it will take to get to where you want to go. And you could choose the thoughts that feel way more peaceful. The second step is to kind of go through your past parachutes. Ask yourself, where in your life did it all work out? Where do you remember feeling fear and worry over your finances and it was all taken care of? Where did God provide you the parachute? How He has taken care of you just like He takes care of the birds. And 3, know that what you focus on grows. So I would focus on where you already have money and the actions that will help you expand how much money you do have. Or let's focus on expanding our thoughts about money that bring us peace, get really clear on what those are, and generate more good feelings about money, especially the feeling of being in peace about it. And if you follow these 3 tips, you will find yourself in less worry, less doubt, less lack, less scarcity, less confusion, less overwhelm about money, and you'll feel more peace. And that, my friends, is always what I wish for you. Peace of mind. And if this is a subject that you want to dive a little deeper in, more than what you've heard today, if this resonated with you, if these 3 tips are something that you want to have help with and go deeper on it, then bring this as your struggle to a free peace strategy call that I offer. And we will use what I've given here today, and we'll dive together into your personal situation, and you'll come away from that call with some strategies and an action plan, and of course, more peace about it all. All right, my friends, I'll talk to you again next week. Take care. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of the Peaceful Mind Podcast. Are you ready to take everything I teach you here and put it to work for your own life? To really learn how to have peace of mind no matter what is happening around you? If so, I'd love to have you as a client. As your coach, this is where you'll get personal and focused time on your own mind, using life coaching tools, concepts, and proven life-transforming wisdom, all through a faith-filled lens. To learn more about how we can work together, come on over to danielleteenel.com. There, you'll see how to sign up for a free coaching consult and learn how to get started. Until next time, peace be with you always.